Hello there guys, and welcome back to our car modeling tutorial, well our second car modeling tutorial in our Koenigsegg 1.1 here. And in this episode here I think we talked about moving all the way down the side here and then hopefully maybe up onto the roof a little bit. So let's just see our progress here. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to probably run another line. Another option would be if we maybe brought all of these aspects down just a little bit here. Like so. Okay. In here, we just want to make sure we're not sitting too high for those. Front here, and now bring these down a little bit so we can get that shape a little bit better rather than having such a big distance in between. Cool. So what we could do is if we bring this all the way out there, we could look at bringing these edges here. Take this one here, this one here, here, and here. Now hit Control E, and we'll bring those out like so. And we'll bring them just to here. Now what we'll probably want to do if that's the case is we will insert an edge loop and run down here. But what we want to do is let's just drop a multi-cut vert inside there. We can insert an edge loop that's going to run down here. And before we do anything, let's jump down perspective view. Let's just give that a bit of a curve to it. Just move it out slightly. Now we will remove this vertices here, and we are going to attach this line like so. Let's just make that a bit more of a curve. We'll delete the face here, and then we will bridge these two together. So we can edit mesh here and bridge. Bring that across just like that. And before we do anything else, let's just make sure that we are following the correct line here, which we are. Okay. Just want to make sure we still got a little bit of curve there, that's fine. Okay, so what we'll want to do is let's bring this bit here, like so. That will allow us then to bridge these two as well. So we can edit mesh and bridge those there. And then we can bring these all along the same kind of axis as before. And it looks like they're looking pretty good along here. Now it looks fairly uniform as we go down the way. Now one of the benefits of the Koenigsegg is it's all completely carbon fiber. Especially the 1.1, every panel is carbon fiber. So in order to make every panel carbon fiber like this, it looks like it's kept fairly uniform as we go all the way down here, so that's looking pretty good. So what we'll actually do then is we'll grab this edge here and all of its buddies and go around here, and we're just going to hit Control E, and on the world option here just drag this, and we're going to drag this down roughly to the start of the door. So bring that like so. And here we want to make sure we're following that crease, which appears to be getting lower. So we do want to drop this down a little bit here and here. We also want to maybe bring all of these down a little bit lower as well. And obviously all the way out here. So this one here looks correct on this blueprint, but not on our top. So let's try and meet them in the middle a little bit there and there. Kind of get back on the right path here and here. Okay, so again, I want to make sure we're coming down where we should in terms of that crease. Looks like I'm quite high enough here. Okay. Still looking pretty good. And just make sure that we're following the correct crease. And the top here does look like it's moving again in the way. So if we move all of these in the way, it might actually be a case that we are actually correctly following the door. Okay. Cool, okay. So we are actually nicely aligned, it's just my bad. Okay, it's looking good then. What we'll do now with this is we'll drag all these edges again. We're going to hit Ctrl E, and this time we're going to go all the way down to the edge of the door. And again, just like I said before, I like to go as far as possible, adding the geometry, and then adding everything in between is far easier than extruding, adding, and so on. So we can bring these all now in line with the door down here. And looks like we are protruding out. Now this is one of the most important things about this car, and I can't stress this enough, is this car is going to go two ways. It's going to look really nice and smooth and with a little bit of curve down here, or it's going to look bolt straight. And if it looks bolt straight, it'll look crap. It'll look like the Need for Speed movies where they use the kit cars rather than the actual Koenigseggs. It won't look very good at all, so we want to make sure that we're getting all the correct curvature down here in order to make sure that we are going to have the car look as good as possible. Okay, so we want to make sure that all the curvature is being maintained, all the points here are in the correct place. Okay, so bring that down around here. If it's not in the correct place, it's going to look terrible. That's just the way it is. So bring this down here. This here needs to come out and around here. Push that back a little bit. So we're going to need a bit more geometry in here to help maintain that curve a little bit better. Pull this around a little bit here. Okay. It's looking pretty good. And now what we'll do is we're just going to pull down and we're going to meet the top of the arch section. So we're going to hit Ctrl E here. And we're just going to pull all the way along and we're going to stop here. Just on top of that wheel arch there. Now you can see that this is come straight out here. So this is going to help us maintain, get a bit of that curve that I was talking about. So we're going to pull this all the way out here. And we'll see even that on its own, that is just about enough there and then we can see that we've got more dynamic to this as we go lower down here, kick out on this curve. Now, we're not going to pay too much attention to this just now, to the extra intake inside here. We'll pay more attention to that when we come to adding more detail down this side, but for now, that's going to look pretty good just there. We'll get a good idea of this by selecting the vertices, see down the rear edge there. So that's fine. Okay, so we've kind of got the shape of the car going down. If we double check the top here, we can see that this one is actually moving around here. So that means that this one here we can pull maybe over here, take a bit more on this side as well. At this point, we can move over here. Okay, so we've got kind of a good shape to that there. So, what we're going to want to do then is we are going to want to add a little bit of information to this door, mainly because I kind of want to go up and around the door in this episode here. So let's see how this is looking. So we can see that it looks like the door actually does move up straight away and it goes up and curves around, which is cool. So in order to do that, what we're going to do is add a little bit of basic meshing, but we don't want to add too much, so we're going to insert an edge loop. Firstly, we're going to add one in here, like so, and I think we actually, no, that'll be fine. The door starts right off the bat, so that's fine, but we do want to get a little bit of curve in there, so we're going to insert another edge loop. I'm going to drop one here part of the way down the door. Now before we do anything, I'm going to adjust the points of this just to make sure that it's sitting exactly where we want it to. So we can see that we are actually in the process of moving in slightly. So again, we don't want to keep this bolt straight. We can see that this is actually moving in with the door there. Let's push this down a little bit here as well. We want to make sure that we're following the curvature of this lower section, because it looks like the upper section there is the door. I'm just going to pull all these points out just a little bit, just to make sure that they're not just sat there as they are. And probably want to grab all of these here, just make sure we're following that line there, which is perfect. And we'll insert edge loop again. This time we'll drop one around here. And firstly, we'll make sure that we're looking good. Oops. Make sure that we're looking good here. It's got a little bit of a dip inside that crease there. I'm just going to pull those points up. Probably pull them up a little bit here as well. And again, we want to make sure that we're maintaining the crease there. So here we want to pull this around just out there. And that looks like it's looking pretty good. Okay, so we've got a nice curve to that, but we've also got, you can see that it's coming in quite far and then it's kicking back out. So it's looking pretty good there. So what this will allow us to do is on the sections for the door here, here, we might as well take, mind you, kind of, I've kind of followed that around by the looks of it. So maybe we'll keep this separate, so we'll go here, hit Control E on this. I'm going to bring this in. And on the side here, I'm going to bring it up. Okay, get that as close as possible. Bring this up and around a little bit there. And then we just want to make sure that we're following this around a little bit. Now again, we'll be adding more geometry here. We just want to get a little bit of base laid down. So you can kind of see what we're working with here. Control E up here. Actually, no, we'll scrap that. Let's delete this face here. We'll actually delete this one here. Now, problem is if we go up like I was intending to there, when we try and smooth the aspects off, the lines are going to run off and down the side here, and that's just going to be too much to maintain. So what we'll actually do is we'll take the edge of this point here, which is in the correct position, and we'll bring this off. We'll bring this part of the way around, and we'll bring this up here, like so. And then we'll hit Control E again. We'll bring this around up here. Could probably get that all the way to the top, as it is there. Okay. So that means when we run an edge down here, rather than it going down to here and then down the door, it's going to continue all the way around here. And I mean, in theory, what we could actually do is we could put a couple in here. So if we drop one nice and low, oops, we can insert two more maybe around here just to get a little bit of that curvature that we want, here and here. And those will then extrude off down the way rather than here. So we can hit Control E on that. Actually, before we extrude those, we'll make sure that they're in the correct position. So go to our vertical position here, and just make sure that these are where they should be. Select those, there we go. And we'll bring these in to the top of the door here and here. And it should be easy enough to match these up. We'll just drag them until they sit nicely, like so. Okay, so it looks... Okay, so once we get another one inside there, another loop inside there, so that'll be fine. So I want to make sure that we're out on this side of that lip, like so. And that moves around into position there. Now we're going to want these to be coming around here as well. So we're not going to want to be... We'll probably want these to be actually fairly straight. So should be fine there. We can grab these edges now. You Control E, bring those out to match the rest of the door here, or the rest of the frame, should I say. So we'll snap this one here, hold in V. We can merge those together. And we want these ones to be able to go down because we do want to extract the whole door later on. So that'll be fine there. Bring these across here, which will look pretty good. And just make sure that they're sitting how they should up here as well. Yeah. So that's looking pretty good. What we could probably do is we could take these up and around. So we can control E on these. And we'll take these up to the top of the roof, and we'll just go to before the scoop. Just like so. Make sure that we're following the correct line here. Okay. And we'll get these into position on our top view here. Now we do want to be careful here because we don't want to be doing something we shouldn't. Let's see if this actually is. So we can see that that actually dips in. So the point here that we're actually working towards will probably be more like there, because it does dip as it goes. So we'll go something like that. Okay. So what we could do is we could add, let's say, let's go for 2 edge loops inside here. So we'll drop one just there. We'll pull that up nicely, so we've got some curve. And then we'll do the same again just here. And we'll pull that up nicely again, so we've got some curve now. It looks like we do need to be up a little bit higher there. So something like that should be okay. And what we'll do with these edges at the front is we'll hit Control E and we'll bring these forward here. And this is going to be the actual roof of the car. Something like that. And what we want to do with these points is have them firstly match the curvature here. Like so. And then we'll be able to see these nicely in a few different views, so we can pull these down. Okay. So we can drop that just on top of these points here, and this one can sit just there. Okay, so that's looking good. So we've got the kind of top of the window section there. So again, we want to be fairly strategic in the location of these edge loops. So we're going to want firstly a loop maybe around here. Don't want to keep too much of that shape. So drop this one here. Just make sure we're maintaining the shape of that window there. And what we want to do with this top one is we want to remember that this one here is the one that's maintaining this very top point. So we're going to want to pull all of these back up, like so. That's giving us that kind of shape just there. Now, what we may want to do is we may want maybe to follow this around just a little bit here. Bring this one just a little bit closer. here, and here. And then we want maybe cross sections, which is going to make up that area there. So again, mesh tool, insert an edge loop. And maybe drop one just for the top of the scoop here, or the front of the scoop, should I say. And take that up there. Again, will help maintain. This can add some curvature. So I want these to be very similar up there. Take that a little bit higher again. And I'll bring these out because we want to make sure that we've got that nice roof shape inside here. Like so. It's looking pretty good. And we'll insert an edge loop again, and this time we'll probably drop one just about here. Go around like so. We'll make sure that we've got this all the way up to that point. So maybe want that. I can just F it now. We'll have another one that runs to the front here, so that can go there and around the curve like so. See, that's sitting quite nicely up there. And then what we'll do is we will just take that back just a little bit. Okay. And we'll insert one more edge loop, which will go here. So that's going to merge that section just there quite nicely. And that will allow us here to bring all these points up just to help maintain the curvature there. I think all of these might come up a little bit more as well, like so. And then what we'll do here, let's just double check. So that does bobble down as well. So maybe what we'll do is we'll take these here, we'll hit Control E, we'll go in like so, and we'll go kind of around the front here, and then we'll just do the same into the center. Hold X to snap those. And then we can bring those into position like so. Looks good. Maybe bring all of these forward. So you can see there we've followed quite nicely the line of the roof, so let's bring those in, bring those down. So the line of the roof there, you can see, is being created by this point here. What we'll want to do is we'll want to keep that going, and it's the front here where these ones actually come down. So kind of got like a little bobbly bit inside there. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. So quite good there. Okay, so what we could maybe do is we could maybe get this arch in position just to cap this episode off. So let's just scale this up just a little bit there, and we don't want to scale it up too much because it will offset the distance in between these points here. So that looks pretty good there. Okay. Looks like this can go here, so we'll move this one up a little bit higher. Let's take it away. Let's just bring that up here. Looks good. So we're just going to bring these all around the outside edge here. Okay. So what we'll maybe do is bring these up a little bit closer together. Try to bring that up here. Yeah. Just maybe make sure we're maintaining a curve there. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to double check our rear view. And what we're going to want to do is we are going to want to make sure that we do the same as we did with the front, and make sure that all of these elements here are maintaining any required curve. So we can see that we've got quite a considerable amount of curvature here. Let's just double check. So we can see that we're sitting quite far out there, so what we'll do, let's just pull the whole little element there. We can just reposition those bits here. Okay, now again, probably going to have to guesstimate this front bit. So we can see that does come in, but to no real curve. So let's maybe start from here. So we'll take all of those points in like so. And again, we could finalize a lot of this as we go as well. So a little bit of curve in there. Looks like we need to take that in a little bit. I feel like we need to go a little bit more here, so let's take this here. Okay, I think that looks good. That looks good there, so that's ready to edit in the next episode as well. Cool. Okay guys, so we'll leave it there for this episode here. You can see that we've got quite a lot of the shape coming together. It's looking pretty decent. I think in the next episode what we'll do is we may work our way down the rear section here, and we might actually start going across the back before we edit any more information through the side. Okay guys, cool.